Based on reports coming out of St. Vincent, La Soufriere volcano has erupted and blanketed the Caribbean island in ash and smoke. Many persons have been forced from their homes. The La Soufriere volcano has been dormant for many decades. It first started to show signs of volcanic activity in December 2020. However, that activity increased this week. Prime Minister Ralph Gonsalves has continued to issue warnings to over 16,000 residents to evacuate the red zones. The volcano has since spewed dark ash plumes approximately 6 kilometers into the air. Ashfall has been reported by the St. Vincent National Emergency Management Organization as far from the volcano as the Argyle International Airport, which is approximately 20 kilometers away. The volcano has been dormant since the year 1979. However, in December 2020, the volcano started to show signs of activity. It started to spew steam and smoke and also made rumbling noises. Based on reports coming out of the island of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, the first sign that an eruption was imminent at La Soufriere came on Thursday evening, when a lava dome became quite visible on the volcano. At that same time, the Prime Minister ordered an urgent evacuation of the surrounding areas. It was, however, on Friday at 9 a.m. that seismologists from the University of the West Indies confirmed that an explosive eruption was underway at La Soufriere. Evacuees were taken to cruise ships and safer parts of the island. Many also reported that they saw huge balls of smoke, and many persons even started to panic when they were first ordered to evacuate those surrounding areas. Many also reported feeling and hearing rumbling coming from the volcano. Residents close to the red zone constitute more than 10% of the population of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. As Friday progressed, there was another eruption, and this was recorded by the UA Seismic Research Center. Some evacuation procedures were hindered by the heavy ash fall, which had made visibility extremely poor. At the La Soufriere volcano, many persons have noticed that it started to erupt explosively. Ash fell as soon as the eruption started. Many, of course, started to get rid of or to clean up the ash as soon as it fell. They also mentioned that if rain falls, the ash could harden and pose a danger to citizens. It should be noted that a majority of the Lesser Antilles Islands of the Caribbean region are part of a long volcanic arc in the Eastern Caribbean. The last eruption in 1979 caused more than $100 million worth of damage on the island. The worst eruption on record happened in the year 1902 and took the lives of more than 1,000 persons. There have also been reports of increased activity from Mount Pelée on the island of Martinique, which is located to the north of the island of St. Vincent in the Caribbean. Seismologists are warning of the danger of volcanic ash, but many persons in the island are being urged to remain quite calm. The main seismologist that is monitoring the erupting La Soufriere volcano is warning that there are dangers of volcanic ash, as the St. Vincentians woke up to extremely heavy ash fall and strong sulfur smells that advanced southward to the capital of the island. Based on reports, breathing in volcanic ash could cause health problems, and the particles could become a major inconvenience if they get inside buildings. Based on reports, ash has fallen in most areas of St. Vincent, including the capital city of Kingstown, in the south of the island. There has also been a series of explosive volcanic eruptions, which sent plumes up to 51,000 feet into the air last Friday. Most persons in St. Vincent needs to be quite aware of what volcanic ash is, because even if you have been evacuated, it is also possible for the ash to get to you. More than 7,000 persons are currently in state-operated emergency shelters, while thousands more are believed to have sought shelter with the relatives, friends, and also some have rented accommodation after evacuation order was given last Thursday evening. Many have also reported that volcanic ash is unlike the ash produced by burning wood or similar material. The ash is significantly inclusive of fine fragments of rock, the same rock that the volcano produces, that produces all the mountains that you have in St. Vincent. It should be noted that that same rock is now being pulverized, broken up into smaller and smaller pieces, so it is coming out like what we call ash. It's not ash like when you have a coal pit. He further added that volcanic ash is more akin to the sand on the nation's black sand beaches. Seismologists stressed that ash particles vary in size. It gets smaller the further they travel from the volcano. It is very strong. It is possible that it would be very rich in silica, and it will be coated in sulfur-smelling gases. It was further emphasized that if the ash is mixed with water, the water would become slightly acidic. But the key thing is to avoid the ash getting into places that you don't want it to get into. It was further emphasized that although the plumes of ash rising into the air look quite amazing and is fascinating to persons, individuals must prepare themselves for when it begins to fall. First, one should not panic because it's just fine particles of rock. You should stay calm. You should not panic. You should stay indoors. If you are outside, you should seek some shelter. One should not stay in the ash. Scientists further mention that even before the ash starts falling, persons should close their doors and place damp towels in doorways and thresholds in order to stop that fine pattern from getting into the house. It was further noted that ash particles would be especially fine in the southern St. Vincent regions. If the ash gets into your home, it could coat everything inside and then become especially difficult to clean. It then sticks around for a little while. It goes on the ground and it gets remobilized by cars passing by. So persons are being encouraged to close their doors, windows, and other open areas quite securely. Persons who are outside during ashfall should cover their faces with some sort of mask. Our friends in the Caribbean island of St. Vincent are being encouraged to wear dust masks to protect themselves. But if they only have the masks that are being worn to protect themselves against the pandemic, they are also being encouraged to use same. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Be safe over there in St. Vincent and the Grenadines.